Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
At the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Taken down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go play action with Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Broncos nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A run with Lindsay out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They wanted to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
Brings up 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 20. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Broncos nothing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Intended for Nick Boyle.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with first and 10. Blocked with a quick throw out to Judy. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Locke throwing on second down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Jackson on first down. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
First and 10.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Broncos.
They'll try the draw. Lindsey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Locke escaping the pressure right. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Locke working out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this, we can protect this, and make sure we keep the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
3rd and long.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Down, Denver.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. At the 15.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Shotgun snap to Locke. Forced out to his left. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
A gain of 2.
2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And at the 27-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A.J. Boye on the coverage.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Jackson looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
Complete to
Jerry Judy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, Locke, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd down, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Play action. It's Jackson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A 5-yard loss.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Throwing now is Jackson. The quick slant caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of...
And that's caught inside the 35. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Out to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.